that's a tough one. You did pick up a point. Does that take the sting out of the loss, or how do you look at that?
No, I mean, that's a very good hockey team that we were playing.
Yeah.
And as good as we could have played and held on, I mean, we made a mental error at the end of the game that ended up costing us. We could have got the puck out of the zone. We didn't. And it went right back in to our net. So we talked about putting a priority on managing pucks, and at the most crucial time of the game, we didn't. And it's a mistake from one of our best players, and it's a young guy that we hope he learns from, but it cost us tonight, and so it stinks.
For sure, yeah. Once again, your specialty teams, there's no rhyme or reason to what's going on with that. Struggle on the power play, but 2 short-handed goals. Is there any way, have you ever seen anything like that before?
I have never seen anything like it. Our power play is anemic, to say the best. Mm-hmm. We're looking for guys to play certain positions, and through 45 games, we haven't found somebody that studs out to make a difference. I mean, we don't start with the puck on any face-offs. We didn't win a single power play face-off tonight, so we chase from the get-go. On our one unit, we've got 2 defensemen and 2 16-year-olds. So, I mean, with all respect to the young guys, they're not in a position to dominate yet, and the guys that should be in that position are still 17 and 16 years old, and, we lack certain abilities to be in those positions. So right now it's a mishmash of guys that hasn't been working for the last 45 games. But as far as the penalty kill, it's been going. So thank God for that.
For sure. And just overall, what was the message? What did you talk about to the guys when you went in there after this one?
Oh, we just wanted to play with pride. I mean, we look back and think of the games of Barrie, and then you think about the one in Kingston, and now we're on home ice. And I mean, we got to make sure that we have a good start when we're in it from the beginning, and we think we have a chance. I mean, our team plays different, and you can see how much we gave. I mean, we had 3 injuries during the game to an already short-handed, depleted lineup, but we still kept going, and that's why their sting is because they gave us everything they absolutely had and still came up short.
Sure, yeah, Van Nagel really had a tough game. He got banged up a couple times. What else happened out there for injuries?
Well, I mean, Kleiner got, his bell rung. He came back in the game, but that didn't look good. And Netter twice to the face, and we lost Zada for a bit there. And we're still dealing with a multitude of injuries where, playing healthy right now just isn't an option. And so even the short lineup that we have right now, guys are still playing through a lot of injuries. So from a coaching perspective, that's why it stung, because guys gave so much just to get into that position and still fell short at the end of the game.
For sure, yeah. And speaking of injuries, Flores, what's his status?
I don't have any updates yet.
Okay.
So right now he's day-to-day, but he hasn't been on the ice in over a week. So he's as far as expectation to play this weekend, I wouldn't expect him to play.
Okay. And Charlie Robertson, in his absence, you couldn't have asked any more again tonight, so you've got to be – I know you had to kind of throw him to the Wolves there, so to speak, on the weekend, but he's really came back tonight nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Charlie's been in a tough position. I mean, especially in the 10-0 game, you don't want to leave him hanging in there, but, I mean, we don't have a carded player to come in and take the role, right, when Flores went down. So, unfortunately, he's got to take the bulk of the play-in time, and I thought he responded great tonight after a couple tough games there on the weekend.
For sure. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Can you just talk about that's a heck of a team over there that can score a lot of goals. They average almost 5 goals a game. Really, you held them to 3 in regulation. Just speak to what you were able to do because they've got some high-powered guys over there and really keeping them to the outside. And obviously Charlie played a big role in that, but just talk about the guys, going up against a group like that.
Yeah, so they still had 45 shots on net, but, for us, we wanted to eliminate the danger area, which is the middle of the ice. If we leave him to the outside, then Charlie's going to be responsible for the first shot. And if he can trust his teammates to take care of the second chance opportunities on the rebounds, that was going to be big for us. And we did that. They didn't score on second chance opportunities. They were off the rush or point blank. So, commitment by committee tonight defensively, I thought it was pretty good. And, hats off to Charlie for keeping us in the game the entire time.
Can you talk about the compete and the bite against that team? You've gone up against them with some bad blood throughout the season already, being a divisional opponent, and some hits and some stuff after the whistle. I know you love the guys to use their emotions. Can you speak to that part of the game and if you liked their response to what Sudbury was doing?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've got to be able to play with pride. You've got to be able to play with that emotion on your sleeve a little bit, right? And I think one of our issues is we don't have enough of it. You know, we play with a lot of pride. A lot of guys have that pride, and I'd like to see it up and down the lineup, not just a few key select guys. So that'll come with time here, but very happy to see some of those guys that, represent the IceDogs organization with their effort level and their bite and their response to that kind of physical play.
I know you expect a lot from Kevin. He missed 3 breakaways there in Ottawa, was stopped, comes back tonight with 2 big goals for you, including a couple of breakaways. Can you talk to him being able to bounce back and being able to bury those opportunities, because you really need a guy like that to step up and be your catalyst offensively?
100%. I mean, you know, he's a guy that's got separation speed. His compete level is going to put him in a position to score all the time. And, you know, it's one thing we talk about. It's finish. You know, you have a natural goal scorer. You know, when he has the opportunity, can find the mesh behind the goalie, get that little vision. And so Kevin's raw ability to get into the open is unbelievable. It's really like something I haven't seen. But, you know, one of the things we can work on is when he has the opportunity is beating that goalie one-on-one under full speed. You know, he had a couple power play opportunities in the middle. You know, he's had those breakaways where if he can finish under full speed, I mean, you know, he could easily be sitting at 30, 35 goals already on the season. So that's not a knock on Kevin's effort. I mean, he's been unbelievably consistent. He's getting chances every single game. His effort level is unmatched, compete at the same time too, and we all want the most for Kevin. So you're asking, you know, what can we do to make him a perfect hockey player? And I don't know if those such things exist, but everything that he's doing right now, we're extremely happy with.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.